Now, we've been dealing with a lot of anime recently, and I thought, rather than continuing to handle that, we try something a little more high art, something in a new genre, the genre of film.
I think you mean high def.
It is also high def. Look, I got the beautiful Blu-ray rip of this video game.
Well, it's on an Xbox 360, so it would be an HD DVD.
Oh, you're right. I apologize.
I don't think I'll ever get used to seeing those words.
Well, don't worry. By the end of this game, we'll have an entire cast made out of people named after their favorite vices. Like Deputy Binge-Eating Potato Chips.
So the real question is, the time from start to someone just slamming tequila down, is it gonna be quicker in the movie or in this? Because so far it's not looking too bright for this one.
Well, that's because Mr. Tequila isn't on screen yet.
Oh, that's not him?
Very short game.
No. He would never let himself get attacked like that.
Oh, is that him? Look, just tell me when he's here.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, wait.
Oh no, he got stepped on.
Oh, wait, he wasn't the shoe? Oh god, this is so confusing.
He looked neither smug nor angry in that picture, so I completely refuse to believe that was real.
And welcome to John Woo Presents Stranglehold. I'm Chorp Soy.
I'm the J of Spade.
I'm Future Friends.
I'm Teok.
And welcome to a world of assassination.
I mean, it's lived up to it.
I thought I'd show this off because when you go into the settings, you can see more of the adventure going on.
Right, and you will notice that there are no options for subtitles.
Right, yep, put those in myself.
I mean, that's the thing though. Why do you need subtitles? I mean, you can have gunshots, which anyone can hear because they're so loud.
I guess you're right. Well, let's get right into it then.
The gunshots come out as Braille, basically.
Ah.
It's actually really smart.
It makes you think.
Curious about your missing cop?
No, not really. Hangs up.
Find a golden rabbit.
No, we already burned his resume, sorry.
It's a trap, Captain. I walk in there, my cover's blown.
And there'll be 2 missing cops.
Relax, everybody. This guy doesn't give up.
So this is still in Hong Kong, they're just all speaking English.
Yeah, and none of them have accents. Well, some of them have accents.
This entire police precinct really fucking fell on hard times.
Yeah, you look at the movie one, much bigger.
It's a lot more dingy.
Well, it's just nighttime. Everybody has to work late.
You used to be a crazy guy, Jerry, and now you're the only sane man in this crazy wonderland. Goodbye.
I hate to think they were wasting our time.
Tequila, get back here!
Sorry, the only crazy one left here is Inspector Tequila, going out on the case.
Ah, cool, now you get to explore the open world city of Hong Kong, right?
Yeah. You have to actually stop here each time to not get run over by a car.
It's like Dragon Slayer. Oh, somebody rubbed down those guns with Vaseline. They knew Tequila would try to grab him.
They'll slip right out of his hands. The perfect crime. No, don't worry. We've got our own guns in this rough neighborhood. Yeah!
I like how the very first piece of advice you get is careful, Tequila, the man who is quite possibly the least careful man who has ever lived.
Yeah.
I don't know, there's that one part of the movie where he waits a long time before shooting somebody.
I like how these bad guys were all dressed up like Kramer costumes from Seinfeld.
So, Stranglehold is, it's like someone watched a bunch of John Woo movies but wasn't John Woo, tried to put it together. It's a game entirely about environmental damage and trying to look as cool as possible while doing it.
And just, like, ever so slightly brushing up against something and then sliding your ass on it.
Yeah, no, that part's the best. We're gonna
just
keep doing it, don't worry.
Tequila's trying to get his scent on everything.
Exactly. So, yeah, when something's highlighted, we can interact with it.
Oh.
And Tequila time will engage, which is like bullet time, or like the Max Payne mode, but, John Woo did it first, so...
Tequila's run cycle looks like he's fucking 80 years old, but his doctor told him he needs to keep in shape.
Oh my god!
Yeah, look at this! Woo! We're going down the whole
Kingdom
thing,
Hearts
buddy!
stream drop distance?
Now, watch this, we're gonna do it! Boom!
Oh!
Right in. So you can control this. It becomes very hard once it starts going slower, but you can't... I have before driven it all the way to the other staircase.
I saw a dove, and I'm not sure if it was like a JPEG of a dove, just like with animation, or if it was actually a 3D model.
Well, we might be seeing more doves later, so just keep that in mind. Now what we're gonna do is the same thing, but the other way.
What? No, you can't do this, Tequila!
Tequila, you're a loose cannon. You're disobeying the laws of physics.
It's fine, he's got the same shoes as Sonic.
I don't think this person actually saw a John Woo movie.
Yeah, because it doesn't have like a million cuts all the time.
Hey, look. Now, John Woo was a producer on this game, so he had to give the go-ahead on all of these crazy ideas.
Yeah, it's just weird that they changed, like, Detective Tequila's, like, classic shoes to, like, the weird shit soap-branded ones.
So you have a tequila bomb gauge, which lets you do super moves, of which we only have one, which is healing right now. But you can fill it either by doing cool moves or by collecting paper cranes.
I love that, like, when you hear the term tequila bomb, healing is the last thing you think of.
Well, that's the one that you, like, fall onto as a crutch. Most of the time you're using it for cool guy shooting moves.
You know, I feel there should be more references to the movie. Like, every time Chow Yun-Fat lights a cigarette, he should also light up $1.
Different movie, but yes, I agree.
Man, I guess I was too drunk watching that movie.
He should be lighting a cigarette with a burning police profile.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He should walk by Jean-Claude Van Damme, and it'll be like, I might be hard-boiled, but that guy's a hard target.
So there's the golden rabbit we had to find.
Wait, did he just light a cigarette and, like, throw it away instantly?
Yeah, look, he just needs a little bit of an edge off. Everyone knows the first puff is the best one anyways. Anyways, as we learned from the opening cutscene, it's a setup. The cop's already dead.
Oh. They shot him in the badge, and then they shot him again in the head, just to make sure.
No, the watermelons! Anyways, most of the time we get to control John Woo's cool guy moves, but that one, no.
I thought, like, he just slipped on the watermelon by accident, but no, it was tactical.
Yeah, no, he's trying to do cool stuff. So in this game, you can slide on all surfaces that are about waist high, and you can jump and dive in any direction. And all of these things automatically set off sort of your bullet time, which you can also toggle on your own, but given all of the, like, cool guy stuff you're supposed to be doing, you don't really need to, except for in, like, emergency situations.
So can I just mention the fact that we kicked that watermelon seller and he just disappeared from this planet? Like, we kicked him out a shot and he has never returned?
He fell through the geometry.
So, is there a part in the game where, like, you slip on a banana peel and then you go into slow-mo and shoot people?
Oh, that'd be cool. They put a lot of different, like, unique physics stuff so that you could destroy stuff, but they did not put in, as far as I know, a banana peel.
Is there a level where you have to, like, slow-mo throw pie at criminals?
It's like actually a really sad thing because Tequila has this kind of efficiency where if he has any kind of hang time, no matter what, he needs to murder a person or else he dies himself.
Truly a tragic character. Anyways, as you can see, we're taking some damage, but thankfully, we can, again, use our tequila bombs, of which you can see at the bottom, we currently have 3 of 4 gauges full. And also, there are health packs on the walls.
Oh.
So keep an eye out.
So can I say one thing about this game, like, circa it came out? So it came out, like, I think around when I was 12, and it took me, like, 4 years to learn, like, John Woo was, like, an actual movie guy and not just the name of the protagonist. And I looked at pictures of him, and it was just, like, some schlubby guy, and it was amazing for years. I just thought, wow, this game has some fat nerd here, and he's gonna shoot everyone.
I love playing as Zelda in the game Legend of Zelda.
Anyways, we got our first unique new weapon, which is the shotgun. It works exactly like you'd expect, pretty well at long range, honestly.
Hey, come on, Jay, I would never play Zelda. I don't play a game with goals in it.
Yeah, I only play games with the men in it, like John Woo presents the Stranglehold.
I bet you thought you could play as Charles Barkley and Barkley shut up and jam, too.
Now he just plays his terrible son.
Well, I'm too racist for that.
And so now, we enter one of the other gameplay modes available in John Woo Presents Stranglehold.
Oh, you have to make a multiple choice, like The Walking Dead.
No, it's a standoff. And so, in sequence, we have to murder all these men before they murder us.
For a second there, as he was, like, pointing one gun at one guy, then another guy came up, then he pointed a gun at him, and then a third guy came up. For some reason, for a second, I was like, oh, here comes the third arm, you know.
Ah, that'd be cool.
And then I got a little bit disappointed, and then I realized, hey, wait a minute.
Of course you murder all of them by shooting propane tanks.
Well, yeah,
Not
like,
just shooting
what do you
them with a
expect?
gun.
You know, I feel in the actual movie, like, Chow Yun-Fat really killed, like, I don't know, 20 guys at most?
Yeah, no, look, a lot of bad guys here. A lot more triads to fight.
Yeah.
Like, there were a lot of fights between triads before, and now Chow Yun-Fat is just bringing it all to the table. Get up there, dude.
I know I'm gonna be spoiling the game a little bit here, but so the reason why you have to keep killing everyone with environmental things is because for every person you kill, like just shooting them, it adds a second at the end of the mission where John Woo just stands with his arms crossed, shaking his head at you, looking very disappointed.
Yeah, it's actually every mission has the Sorrow boss fight from Metal Gear Solid 3, but it's John Woo instead.
Like, Inspector Tequila, he's a lot like Thanos. He thinks the birth rate in China is just too damn high.
And he's here to fix it on his own.
Yeah, and then he starts dabbing.
Also, he hates watermelons.
So the game is not subtle about its environmental hazards because it wants you to hit every single one of them. Because they programmed it, goddammit. And so, you're just directed to, like, cause massive damage for multiple reasons. Most of all because it's cool. Even though I don't think that killed anyone. I feel like that missed everyone.
I mean, that's about half of the environmental hits you've been doing so far.
So,
Yeah, but, you know...
Chirps, I have a question. So I know in my country, this was just one of these eternal, like, $5 games alongside Wets. Was that, like, a thing in America, too?
Pretty quickly, I feel like.
I mean, like...
Well, especially with Midway going through as many troubles as it did at the time.
I feel like $5 for wet is a little over what the actual reality was.
I was going to ask if the next game we were going to play is Wet, so...
Well, keep that in your back pocket. But we just unlocked the precision aim.
My butt's wet now.
Which takes, which takes 1 gauge from your tequila bombs. And basically lets us shoot anywhere and kill. Oh man, look, he's dead.
Same, brother. Same.
That man's been embarrassed.
So when they pitched this feature in a meeting, how long do you think it took before someone raised their hand and said, okay, so how quickly are we going to make an animation for when someone inevitably just starts shooting everyone in the fucking dick?
I like how there are multiple so far.
Yeah, but I think that was just an assumed feature, right? Like, they knew it was going to happen, so they were just, they immediately were like, yes, we will add ball damage.
I mean, it was in the design document. Chow Yun-Fat hates China's birth rate.
Oh no, that man definitely died because he fell off the scaffolding. But the other guys don't. They just like, oh, jeez.
They just they fall over, die. They know that if they got shot in the balls, that's like the calling card for Inspector Tequila. They know that they're in for a world of hurt.
Every time Inspector Tequila shoots a man in nuts, he's like, one shout policy? Heh, how about one nut policy?
Oh my god, wow.
He's very political, that Chow Yun-Fat.
Yep. Oh, whoop. We got another one of these. But there are 4 people. 5?
Oh,
Go to Tai-O and ask an I-9. But be quick. There won't be any left after tomorrow.
This one's story relevant.
Tequila should just start holding a gun with one of his feet.
So you can't move in this section. You can only tilt your head. So you kind of have to lead them to shoot one particular way.
Right, it's like Punch Out, where you have to let them shoot until they get tired, and then you take advantage.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell with the perspective sometimes, but you start to get used to it just based on, since a lot of it is just following your movements during those sections.
What is Tequila's chest covered with that he can just, slide 3 feet no matter, how he's jumping?
He's got a chest plate.
So I have a question. Do you think if Midway didn't die out, we would have a face-off video game?
Sorry, Captain. I just got a
You know, honestly, probably.
Cause, Nicolas Cage will do fucking anything.
Yeah, and I feel like John Travolta's at that time in his career as well, where he's just kind of gonna do whatever.
Yeah,
was Nicolas Cage in the Ghost Rider video game?
I don't know.
They might not have had the money for that.
You might be surprised by this, but I did not actually feel like playing the fucking...
God, you shot me in the head, you goddamn asshole!
Jesus.
And it didn't kill him!
So, yeah,
Sorry.
John Travolta's career is in a fucking mess right now. Have you heard of, Gotti, all about,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I forgot
Yeah.
Travolta was in that.
Yeah, famed mobster John Gotti, and it ends with a, man on the street segment all about how badass actual crime lord John Gotti was.
I don't know what it is, but, the right wing loves John Gotti.
The movie where the only kind of marketing campaign they could come up with at this point is everyone fucking hates this, but maybe make up your own mind, huh?
Yeah, it's critics hate this, but fans, yeah, they're pretty lukewarm on it. Give it a shot.
But fans, how about you decide for yourself?
John Gotti fest in the house.
See the movie that people are definitely talking about in some capacity.
You know, I gotta say, as a Gotti hat, they were right.
Well, I've murdered enough people. Time for a relaxing drink.
I like it.
You're the only one who does.
Fuck you, Tequila.
You make me keep this just for you. I'm going out of business buying all this tequila and Sprite.
Every fucking time you take a drink, I have to clean the goddamn counter, you piece of shit.
How come he's still not dead?
We ran out of shooters. Why don't you go down?
He literally killed my entire triad, dude.
Do you think, Tequila named himself after the drink, or was it just, a happy coincidence, or...?
I think other people named him after the drink.
Jay, there is no such thing as a happy coincidence with tequila.
He's at work, he's pouring himself a tequila bomb, right?
And then he gets fired for drinking on the job.
No, he get and then immediately rehired because he's the only one crazy enough to do all this dangerous work. Like, walking into a fucking triad deal.
Tequila's like, hey, John Woo presents, you probably shouldn't let all these triad people in your bar.
I don't give a damn what Wong.
Also, like, bucket hat in a trench coat, like, definitely the most ska outfit.
And you look at the other guy across the table, and he looks like a fucking nerd. It's fucked up when the bucket hat is the most threatening look at the table. Ah, jeez. Well, thank goodness everyone else left after they noticed this deal going down. Oh, this part's really cool.
Well, time to obliterate another man's testicles.
Got him. And welcome to our first boss fight.
I was expecting him to, like, run there and, like, drop kick him through the table or something.
God, that'd be cool.
Hand-to-hand combat is not really this whole game or film's deal.
So wait, is the boss fight with the guy you just killed in the cutscene?
No, well, it'll show up later. So, the boss encounters generally go like... Well, in this case, certainly, you have, like, waves of enemies to get through first, and then the boss will show up. And all of them were just waiting in the back rooms, like, drinking at this bar.
Oh, thank God. How much damage do you take if, like, you dive down the stairs?
Keep that in your back pocket.
Okay.
Just remember that.
The pockets are getting real full at this point.
And very wet.
They're gonna have to get fuller and wetter.
So, I have a question, Terps.
Yeah.
We've all seen the movie. Like, does this game have, like, an actual emotional arc to it, or is it just a video game plot?
I mean... It does have an arc, and there are emotions involved in it, so... Now, how effective it is, that's gonna be, you know, up to you.
So, in the Stranglehold-averse, are all the other main characters, like, named after alcohol? Do we get to meet, like, Whiskey the Hedgehog or whatever?
No, they're all, like,
Yes.
named, like, Greg and shit. Like, isn't the... Like, I'm super bad at names, but isn't, like, the main villain of, like, Hardball just called, like, Johnny?
Yeah, I think... Yeah, no, it's Johnny Wong, yeah.
Yeah, it's just some guy called Johnny. That's your big villain.
Yes, these dramatic villains such as Johnny and Alan, like, fucking...
Dave.
I love you, like, sliding down the staircase, the guy shoots you in the back with a shotgun twice, and then you still just murder him.
Hey, you know, that's just how tough Inspector Tequila is.
I like how you scooted over the edge, then scooted back over the edge, then scooted back over the edge again, like his ass was just itching.
Like, I half expect you to have, like full analog control while you're on the table.
It's like a fucking Heavy Rain cutscene where you just will not commit to opening a door.
No, you just go straight from whatever angle you put it on, which can be, I'm gonna say, pretty, like, difficult to control at times. Anyways, fuck that guy.
Jesus.
Detective Tequila, known for his, like, incredible superhuman strength to just launch a man 50 yards.
So, Kwang Fang is our final boss here in this level, and as you can see, he's got a rocket launcher.
And his head is impervious to bullets.
No, I missed the first time. I grazed his little, like, hairpiece.
Oh god, it would have been so good if it went through his hair and then, like, he's fighting with a reverse mohawk for the rest of the game.
Anyways, as far as I can tell, if you hit him and make him do that, like, pose with the headshot, it'll just negate whatever rocket he's shooting. Anyways, watch this cool move here. Oh, shit! Don't worry, you don't take any damage.
Every named character in this movie has the same blood in them as, like, 50 Cent from Blood on the Sand, right?
Yeah, basically.
I told you not to go in alone. I didn't. Brought my two friends.
Ah, what a badass.
He forgot to mention us, though.
The ionized are the dragon
Right.
muscle. Wong's got the ionized healing cops and dealing passports to Golden Cane. Except the deal went bad.
Someone's trying to start a war.
So try to keep all of these names in mind, because we're going to be talking a lot about, like, triad loyalties.
No promises.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I'll do my best to keep you on track
And you
then.
call that under control?
Watch your step, Tequila. You go out of bounds, you'll lose your badge.
And also, you'll be sent back to your last checkpoint.
And so, the end of level stats are here. We are ranked on damage to world, which is the most important one.
Now, is this Hong Kong dollars or American dollars?
As far as I know, it's American dollars.
How many grand pianos is that?